Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Monday Morning Minute. It is December 18th, 2023. Just about made it to the end of the year. It's been a wild one, that's for sure, especially in equity markets here in the United States. Here in the US last week in particular, we saw gains between 2 and 3%, depending on your favorite index. And then we also saw gains between 2 and 3%, both for emerging markets and for developed international stocks as well. Huge broad-based rally across pretty much every market cap size, and it didn't really matter where you were located. All of this was driven off of the Federal Reserve effectively saying that they are going to cut interest rates next year. They didn't specifically say that, but the dot plot, which is kind of how they like to telegraph what they're going to do in the future, is showing somewhere around 70 basis points or 0.75% of cuts kind of modeled out for calendar year 2024. Now, the market might be getting just a little bit ahead of itself as it's pricing in about 125 to 140 basis points of cuts, but who knows? Doesn't really matter. Doesn't really matter if it was warranted either, as the data is still showing the economy running relatively hot. All that we can really take away from this is that the Fed agrees that things are going to slow down at some point next year, in which case they will need to be a bit more accommodative. We saw that specifically in the bond yields dropping below 4%, especially the 10-year in particular, the one that we like to talk about every single week, dropped below 4% last week, the first time since July. But remember, it's only the first time since July. So there's a lot farther that those yields could drop, or they could stabilize kind of where they're at right now once we get a clearer picture on economic data moving into the beginning of 2024. As Christmas will be next Monday, we won't have a video on Monday. So just from our family here at CFG to yours at home, we wish you a very Merry Christmas. Remember, hope is not an investment strategy. Have an awesome week.